Okay, the next item on our agenda is communication, but no one has signed up to speak this evening, so we'll move into superintendent's recommendations and reports. Mr. Smith?
Thank you, Mr. Birdie. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Martin to cover the items listed under Personnel Professional.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Birding and members of the board, I have several items for you this evening under Personnel Professional. Item number 1, resignations, letters A and B. Item number 2, extracurricular resignations for the 2021 school year, letters A through D. Number 3, unpaid leave of absence, letter A. Number 4, employment, letter A, extracurriculars for the current school year. Letter B, substitute teachers for the current school year. And letter C, volunteers for the current school year. That completes the items I have for your consideration this evening under Personnel Professional.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept those recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Heard Mr. Clark and Mrs. Shorter. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, Mrs. Lamy, call the roll, please.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes, motion passes.
Mr. Birdie, members of the board, I have several items for your consideration under Personnel Support. Letter B, number 1, resignations, letters A through H. I would like to draw your attention to letter E, the resignation of Joe Penny, our Director of Business Operations. Joe is pursuing another opportunity closer to home, but I thought it was appropriate to just take a moment to wish him well and his future endeavors and thank him for his work and service, especially in a couple areas. Number 1, building our future 2.0. A lot has happened during his tenure. The new transportation facility is up and running. He played a key role in that project, as well as the renovations at our academy, which expanded to serving our middle school students. And then last but certainly not least, assisting us with PPE and all of the signage across the district during the pandemic. So very thankful for all the things that he has accomplished during his tenure. Number 2, unpaid leave of absence, letters A through G. Number 3, employment, letters A through C. And number 4, termination, letter A. That concludes the items that I have for your consideration under Personnel Support.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept those recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I heard Mrs. Shorter and then Mrs. Gundrum. Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, will you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes, motion passes.